What is happening, and welcome to another Photography Talk episode. And friends, today we are closing the chapter of the 2022 Canvas Print Shootout. Now, if this happens to be your first video of this series, which ironic because it's the last one, let me get you up to speed as far as what we've done here. And so each year for the last 4 years, we go out and we basically shop around different canvas print companies, order the same print, and then of course in previous videos you'll see me cracking open these prints. The box is literally A to Z in front of you, so there's no stone left unturned. You're able to see how the packaging, I'm going to point out things I like about the packaging, rather the canvas, the frame, the colors, the sharpness, A to Z, and you're seeing it firsthand as well. Now, one of the reasons why we're doing this is our answer to you going to Google, typing in best canvas print and finding some website out there, pawning off some company that they say is the best canvas print when, well, they've never even touched the print. And how you can tell that is you see that they're using marketing photos from these print companies, and it's just very generic kind of rhetoric that they're basically talking about the print itself. So there's really not much depth. They've never compared or even touched the prints for these companies. So it's kind of a unfair recommendation to you folks. So we do things a little different, and I crack the boxes open here in front of you. All the photos are of the same thing, so therefore we're comparing apples to apples. And at the end of the day, you may agree with what I have to say, you may not. But as I say in every one of the videos, if you decide to go out there and spend that hard-earned cheddar, did I just say cheddar? I'm going to own it. Anyways, you go out there, spend your hard-earned money on a particular print from that company. When that comes into the mail, you're going to have a good indicator. You're going to have a good idea of what your money has gotten you. So there's really no surprise. Especially, this is important if you're a professional and you're drop shipping directly to your clients. At least you can ship with a little confidence if you've not ordered one, which you probably should, though. Regardless of what you see through people like myself going through these sort of reviews in person, I would still, before you go drop shipping to a client, at least order one for yourself. So you have a little bit, you can talk from a firsthand experience without misleading people. You can talk about that why the things that you like about that particular print company because you've actually held one. But anyways, guys, so as always, before we dive into the winner of this year, you find some value with what we've done here. If we provided you, I think we did, how many companies did we do this year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. I have my trusty list, which I'm going to be referencing a few things here momentarily after that. So this year we compared 8 different companies. Now, if you want to go back, now granted this video you're going to find out who we crowned as the winner for this year, but if you want to go back and watch the individual videos, unlike what we've done in the first 2 years that we did this, the last 2 years, we create kind of micro little videos around each canvas print. So therefore, you don't have to sit through 40 minutes or an hour of other canvas prints that you could care less about watching. And if you're after, who is this? This is Pictorium. So if you were interested in a Pictorium print and you wanted to find out what that print was going to be like, you can go down below in this video and you can click on the individual link bringing you over to the review video that we did on Pictorium. And again, they're usually about 12 to 17 minutes in length. Now, again, going back to this here, you found some value. We sure would appreciate it if you hit that like button, crush the hell out of it. It really does help with the whole YouTube algorithm. That said, my friends, let's kind of shift gears and inch our way closer to the winner of this year. Now, again, there was 8 companies that we had tested this year. Now, as many of you know, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories that we scored each of these brands on, or we criticized. It was color, frame, detail, canvas, presentation, and production time. Now, production time kind of also wrapped around the shipping, how it was packaged, and all that other fun stuff. Now, each of these categories received the maximum of 5 points. It was scored from 1 being the worst that you could get in that category, being up to 5 being the best. So between those 6 categories, a company could score a perfect 30. Would be a perfect score. Did anybody score 30? No, nobody did. But we had some close. This year was actually pretty exciting because in previous years, we had quite a big bubble down below. We'd have a kind of a larger group in the center, and then we'd have one company on the top. And it's actually kind of good that I have this one here in front of me, because these guys, Pictorium here, these guys did they were one of the companies we tested last year. I think last year was the first year that we tested it. This was one of a impressive print that we had tested last year, and they really stepped up. I think they scored higher this year. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with the lower companies. So we had Canvas Pop at 11. Again, this is out of a 30. Moving up, we had Canvas Champ at 14. We had Canvas On Demand at 15. And if you're curious as far as how these companies just score so poorly and so forth, some of these have that pizza box design, which present themselves as very cheap. And that's where a handful of these companies just really scored horribly on the frame side, because they don't put frames. They're sending pizza boxes out to you guys. Easy Canvas Prints with a 16. So we're moving up a little bit. Now, friends, the leaders, the top 3 for the 2022 Canvas Print Shootout are Pictorium. We have Printique, which is a Adorama company, and no stranger to our shootouts, Canvas HQ. Now, I will say this year is the first year that we've actually had a tie. And so Pictorium, I'm going to start off with Pictorium. This was, I'll line up the sample print that I put in front of me here to be a reminder of the photo that we used this year. Pictorium, you may recall last year was the first year that we tested these guys out, and I was absolutely very impressed. They didn't score as high last year as they did this year, but I made a comment towards, man, if they made some changes, they would be a serious contender for the subsequent year, next year, and they really did. They did a great job on this print, scoring them a score of 28. Now, coming into there's no number 2. We have a number 2, or 2 number 2s, and we have one number 1. The other number 2 is Canvas HQ. Canvas HQ, again, no stranger to our Canvas Print Shootouts. These guys over and over again really deliver a quality product. There was a couple things that we noticed were a little bit slightly different this year that cost them a point and put them in a tie with Pictorium, but not to be discounted. The Canvas HQ print was really fantastic. I mean, these guys really deliver a high quality print, just like Pictorium did this year. Their staple frequency is, nobody can touch their staple frequency. The colors, there's just a lot of great stuff that comes out of Canvas HQ. And so in the number 2 positions, both with 28, is Canvas HQ and Pictorium. And in the number 1 position for the 2022 Canvas Print Shootout is Printique. Printique, I've shared with you guys before. This is a Adorama company, and last year, I think it was last year, I had decided to test them out with a metal print, that metal print from Lake Tahoe, and we actually included that in that color theory video that we did earlier this year. They really nailed it from the metal print standpoint, and it got me thinking about giving it a go on the canvas side of it. So I decided to test them out with that print from Hawaii, of my family in Hawaii, and it turned out really, really fantastic. And so they crushed it with the print that we had sent out to everybody for this year. And so, anyways, guys, this has been a lot of fun putting this together every single year. We've read every one of your comments. We try to respond to everybody, and we really appreciate the feedback. Now, what I will say this, if there's a company that you would like to see in the 2023 Canvas Print Shootout, let me know in the comments below. A few of you had made some recommendations. We've gotten some emails through our Contact Us form on Photography Talk, and we'll certainly take a look at these companies. There's a few brands. Surprising, there's a few brands that some of you have recommended that I have not heard. So I think next year we'll probably shuffle things up a little bit, but you'll always see familiar brands, especially the leaders, because we're always going to benchmark them against others. You know, at the end of the day, if there's a brand that has a better mousetrap, yeah, by all means, we're going to share that with you guys. And I think Pictorium, hey, I said it last year, and they raised the bar, and they moved up even higher. They do move that up. If they fine-tune just a couple things, yeah, I think they'll take 2023. But speaking of which, before I let you guys go here, I think I'm going to start them next week, or might even be the week after that. But we're going to be rolling into the metal prints shootouts for 2022. And so we have some prints. Well, I have prints loaded all in here of metal prints. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So you'll definitely want to stay tuned for that. I may roll into that next week, or I may start publishing them the following week as well. But friends, it's that time of the video where I'm going to, before I do forget, I'm going to put links to all the companies down below, and I'll include links over to the respected individual review videos that we've done as well, although I did say that earlier. But anyways, getting back on topic, it's that time of the video where, friends, I'm going to ask you to do all that YouTube stuff because we appreciate it. It helps out the channel. So please consider hitting the subscribe button, like button, and that bell, so therefore you don't miss a single video that we have coming up in the future. And that said, my friends, hey, as always, we really appreciate you supporting the channel, coming here and not only leaving comments down below, but also watching the video, of course. You know, it's a lot of fun. You know, we started doing the YouTube videos, actually really started hammering on these when COVID kicked off. And fast forward, this is what I look forward to every day, where I get to turn on the cameras, get in front of you folks. It really means a lot, and I appreciate your support. So that said, thank you very much. Now, I'm going to turn off the camera. So, friend, you get out there, stay healthy, and take your best shot.